Welcome to the Smile Death Challenge Roadmap Part 2. In this part, we're going to go over who we are trying to reach. Who is our audience? Who is this event for? We want to be fully transparent and make sure that everybody has the knowledge and the information going forward. Do you find yourself wanting to push your driving limits? Do you love car styling and having fun? Do you want to rescue a raven and then make it talk like Gilbert Gottfried?
And dress it up like a human and maybe join a university and then you lose all...
What about wanting to compete in a challenge series with your drift team and have a load of fun? Bam! Introducing the Smile Death Challenge, duh! So you heard right, this is a team drift event. So all the individuals, I'm sorry, you have every other event in the world to drive, but this is specifically going to be a drift team event. Will there be some solo drivers? We'll get into that a little bit later, but to start, just so you know, team. Yeah. So if you have a drift team, this event could be for you. We are looking for teams that value style, driving aggression, putting on a show, friendship, camaraderie, having a blast, not taking yourself too seriously, not taking anything, but still trying, and just, I know it's weird, but we're looking for weird people. We are looking for people that have some values though. Those values being they care aesthetically about their car and about their team and about cohesiveness and about being on a team. We want people that actually care. We are not going to be accepting missiles. And the big thing is we're only looking for real drift teams. You can't just make up a drift team to be able to compete in this challenge series. We're looking for established real drift teams. If you're newer, but you were doing stuff before this was announced or, whatever, there's always exceptions and we can dive into that, but we're really looking for focused drift teams. So what are some stipulations? Let's go over those. First, this is a team event. So a team to us is minimum of 3 drivers. Now, granted, there are teams of 2 where they haven't maybe found their third or there's a prospect that they're working with. And in those rare cases, we are allowing a petition to be able to add a third to drive with your team. Although they have to realize that this is a serious challenge. So pick somebody that you trust to drive with and somebody that's maybe a little willing to help style up or maybe a little willing to style up their car to match what you guys have going on. Now, I don't mean they need to repaint their car, they need to do all this stuff to match. That's ridiculous. But what I am saying is maybe they could go a little bit into it. Liveries come off, stickers come off, it's the thought that counts. So we do have a limit of 5 members per team. Now, the reason we're doing that is because we have limited space. If we had all the space in the world, we would let everybody, be in. Well, deserving teams, the real ones. But since we do not, we want to make sure that a lot of teams are represented in this challenge. So why not put a limit on it to cap so that we have more pit space for more deserving teams? Yes, there's teams out there that have 6, 7, 12 members, and that's awesome. And there's a lot of teams that do really good with those numbers. The big thing that I've seen though is that they never really all drive at the same time, and if they do, it's kind of sloppy. No offense. Also, it's like sometimes it just looks like a club, and it's sneaking in some members and stuff. Now, I've been coordinating some team events for a couple years now. There's been some teams that are large that they do the work. But in this instance, to make sure that the vision that I have for this event actually gets done, we're gonna have to limit it to 5. So pick your 5. Pick your best drivers. Pick the ones that look the best, etc. We're also looking for responsible teams. It's really hard to coordinate team events because you have chunks of people. So if you say you're gonna come and then all of a sudden it gets close to the event and you don't show up, you just basically ruined an opportunity that some other team could have had. So we're not gonna be dealing with that. We're looking for responsible teams. We're looking for teams that really care about this idea and are excited about this challenge, and they want to make sure that it happens. We want to make sure that everybody has a chance that is deserving to have a chance. So this is application based and invitational. The invitational part is probably going to drop when we do a second year. But for right now, there is going to be invites being sent out to teams that already proven themselves. They've already shown us the serious, and we know that they're reliable. Applications and invitations will be going out early in the beginning of next year in 2025. So to be fully transparent as well, there may be special guest drivers. Anybody that's a very big influence in the style and driving world that we see fit to come out and that fits our brand and our vision, they might be invited. But you got my promise that that is never going to take away from seat time. The main thing I look at with this event is I'm coordinating this as if it's an event for myself. I'm a team driver. I'm somebody that enjoys getting value. My promise is that this event is going to have a shit ton of seat time. Solo drivers are never going to take away from that. I have it organized that any solo driver is not going to be able to take away from that. We're going to be running this very hot, and we'll go over that in the driving portion, which is part 4, I think. Also, staff, we may reward with, if they have a car, they may be able to take a few laps here and there, of course, in between working. So you may see staff. Again, I want to be fully transparent. Besides that, we're just looking for enthusiastic people that want to see something possibly grow. This could be very historic. If we put it together and we have the right group of people, I am certain that this is going to make a huge mark in the drift community. And going forward, who knows what it could turn into. We have so many surprises yet to announce, and I'm just overly excited to bring them to you. So this roadmap is going to be your guide into the knowledge and information. And of course, we will put it all together at the very end in both text form and video form. So if you find yourself thinking, wow, this could be for me, this sounds like it's focused towards my ideals in team drifting, well then good. Get fucking stoked. You know what I mean? Get excited. That wraps it up for the roadmap part 2 of who this event is based for, who this is catered towards. And I hope it's you. You know what I mean?